starters. You know, it's a catch 22. I don't. Either way, I would have a problem. If he went for it, I would have a problem, and him sitting out, do have a problem.
We see the arguments them both ways, but me not gonna tell us that me not have a problem both ways. But all right, if them choose, all right, I know them choose not to play him. I understand it, but I'm not with it none at all because this injury argument to me, might have come up aggressive now, but to me, are rubbish. But again, as I walk with your bathroom and get injured, you can then practice and get injured. Aaron Rodgers last year, much snapping it, less than 5 snap. Out here, brother, the record in touching distance, brother.
Mm-hmm.
I know the thing about it when it comes to storyline. We talk about the same Giants, where literally Dasher, Saquon, Barkley. I think everything just make up to like a blockbuster, like a Hollywood movie. And then both them are, I want to make a future. Philadelphia better win the Super Bowl. Because they don't win the Super Bowl a big waste of time. You agree or disagree? You can imagine if Green Bay knocked them out with Saquon Barkley, I tell himself when he started self-reflect.
Well, all right. So, all right. Let's get the listeners to understand where things stand now. So Saquon currently has 2,005 rushing yards, right? The record is 2,105 rushing yards. So he would need to rush for 100 yards, right?
Easy versus the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, I could see him rushing for 100 yards versus the Giants. Now, this record has been was established 40 years ago in 1984, right? So 40 years, it's come like a perfect number, right? So it's almost like it's written in the stars, right? Going up against the Giants, 40-year record. You're breaking the record. You need 100 yards, which is the benchmark for every running back in our game, right? Running for 100 yards. It almost seems like everything is lining up for him to go for it. So, as I say, I can see the argument there. But guess what? Imagine if he play the game and get injured. What would the Giants, what would the Eagles have to say to themselves if he played the game and got injured and was out against the Packers?
No, I'm going to do. Like, in the event of that happen, may I explain to Saquon, if you get injured, we're going to use you as a scapegoat. We'll come out in a press conference and say, we tried to warn him out of it, but he said that he wanted it. And we sign off on that, so anything happen.
No, but then, this is professional sports in the Highgate. I'm money the man them putting at them thing, You know, say personal records don't matter to franchises. When it come on to these things, it might matter to Saquon as an individual player on the team, but as it relates to the franchise and the goals that them set for the year, the personal records don't really matter.
I understand,
but this one is a significant one, though.
Yeah, but that's perfect.
Yeah,
but before we left our fight, what me gonna say now, it probably I come off as controversial, maybe strange. A lot of people not gonna agree. But it's two scenarios in front of me, right? Me, Saquon Barkley, 0 rings. Rush for 2,110. So I have a record where it look like maybe probably next 50 to 60 years somebody broke it, right?
Right.
So me and Saquon Barkley, me have the record where maybe 50 years before somebody broke it. I have, for the next side, Saquon Barkley, winning a Super Bowl. Would I prefer the Saquon Barkley with a 50-year-old record still?
I mean,
you disagree, don't?
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't disagree from the standpoint that the record is within touching distance. It's 100 yards against the Giants, who don't have nothing to play for, and who traded you or allowed you to leave, basically, right? Now, you have no guarantee of winning a ring. The Super Bowl is not guaranteed to the Eagles. Whether them sit him or play him.
The record more guaranteed right now.
The record look more sure. That's what I'm saying. So I mean, either decision, we probably lean more towards playing him so that him can break the record than not playing him. We probably lean more towards that. but I understand how NFL teams think in the bigger context of what them are. Hold on for a minute, I get. Come on, ask you a question after the break.
The management and the staff of the Jamaica Customs Agency extend the very best wishes to you and your family for a safe, peaceful, and enjoyable holiday. Whether you're effecting clearance at the port, traveling to and from the airport, or undertaking other transactions, we urge you to travel safely, use good judgment, and stay within the speed limit. We thank you for your support throughout 2024 and look forward to a healthy, prosperous, and productive new year. Happy New Year! From Jamaica Customs.
Blessings. Have you been blessed by the Real Talk Show with Bishop Manning? Well, you can listen to the Real Talk Show Mondays to Fridays, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. on the Omega Radio app. Just go to your app store and look for Omega Radio, or listen live on the Omega Church Broadcasting Network website. That's www.omegachurchradio.com. You can also watch on Facebook at Omega Church. On YouTube, you can watch the live church service at Omega Church or Omega Radio. Call us at 876-319-1148 or 876-613-9129. The toll-free number is 877-494-0253. That was a paid advertisement by Omega Radio.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, I get. Just a quick one, right? Because it's been a topical issue. Lamar Jackson, your quarterback. We know that.
Yep.
See? Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, MVP.
But I forget Josh.
And why?
But I go Josh
And
Allen.
why?
Offensively, like more is required from Josh Allen than were required of Lamar, because the average Lamar game, even though in ball out, but the average Baltimore win also is a monster game or a elite or close to elite game from Derrick Henry. But when time Baltimore win, literally 90% of the time all Josh Allen. You know?
Fair point.
Because even versus the Rams, how much did he score? 45 points?
Yeah.
And it's still like
still lose.
But even though Baltimore defense, but affiliate them a show up still. But I feel like the offensively, Lamar have more people to help them.
Yeah, fair point about the Bills and how the Bills win their games. The Bills don't win if Josh Allen don't play well.
Yeah, Lamar can be trash and
yeah, Lamar can have an average game. And he has an average game this season, and them still.
Yeah, for a couple quarters, well, he can hide.
Yeah.
And then just make one big total likely and them ice the game. But Josh Allen can't have a half day. Half day for Josh Allen, guarantee Bills lose.
Fair point. But I'm going to leave it there because Mayor said we have 4 on the line. So we're going to take some more. Big up yourself, I get.
Come on, big up.
All right. We can move on to the next call now. Good afternoon and a happy new year. Welcome to the number one radio sports talk show in Jamaica. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Who this?
Yes, it's a preacher.
Okay. This
Mount Salem, man.
sound like the man from the West, man. Mount Salem.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Pick up yourself,
one
man.
One from the West occupying we call this part of the world now.
Occupying the East.
The town here, man.
Yeah. You have to look to the East, my boss. You can't stay in the West.
I should say when you're talking just now, when you say are we supposed to welcome you to the program, man? Yeah, but thank you for filling in when Arvil and Zidane not here. You know, the show must go on, right?
Yeah, man.
So,
yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I hope where them there. I not too much them drink and.
I hope no man. Them they will be back, man, in their brilliance, man, as usual, man. So you can look forward to hearing them, and I'm sure 2025 will be an even greater year for the show than 2024.
Yeah, more talk some cricket with you, but more hear your point, because me and Correction did have a ongoing thing about Pep Guardiola, right?
Yeah.
So more hear your opinion. You see, before the Everton game where them draw and the Leicester game,
yeah.
Do you think that if Pep had lose those 2 or 3 games and Man City was down the order some more, do you think Pep's job was under pressure?
Pep's job is not under pressure this season, my boss. You're talking about
that's what I was trying to tell Correction.
My boss. You talk about one of the winningest coach.
All right, but again, no preacher. The other thing I really want to explain to him. You see, sports. Sports is unique in a way where one size don't really fit all, the preacher, because while the results are soccer the results, we still have to look on the other factors at the individual.
Mm-hmm.
Look, for example, now Man U results. What they might get are some soccer results, But the coach just coming, expect the coach will get fired just like that.
No.
So right.
I could put Man City's current season in context, my boss. All right. Man City's, what you just say, the Ballon d'Or winner, last year's Ballon d'Or winner, right? And arguably one of Man City's best players, Zin?
Right.
Out for the season. Rodri, right? So they have a hole in their midfield. Kevin De Bruyne is coming back from an injured plagued season before, still not fully fit. The midfield, Man City's midfield, is nothing like what it used to be. All right?
Right.
What kind of football Man City play? They play a possession game. Man City keeps the football. If you don't have the strength of your midfielders, you can't do what you used to do. Sure. Defensively, Manchester City is not one of the strongest teams defensively. I mean, the defenders of them have man for man, right?
Yeah, you understand what you mean, man.
Therefore, some of the results that you're seeing can be linked to some of those factors, my boss. Right? Now, Pep needs to get some players. And he has said so himself, that he needs to strengthen what he now has. Right? So, in that context, I'm going to see why people that say Pep both forget fired when he doesn't have.
I hope Correction call you yet.
No.
Yeah, I hope you can talk to him on that.
You have to put everything in context, my boss.
Yeah, man. When him call you today, he will explain himself.
I know team is going to be winning.
Why think Pep job is under pressure more?
No,
but the other thing,
you're going to fire Pep and get who? You're going to fire Pep and get who?
Yeah, man. When him go call you today, man. When him call you, man, you beat him panda.
Okay.
Because me and you agree. You send job under no pressure. So the other thing I'm going to ask you is, when you think about man of the match, man of the series, whether cricket or football in a team sport, do you think it should always go to the winning team? The reason why I may ask you is the current test series between Australia and India. I was watching the 4th test, and the commentator say if Australia win, Pat Cummins might be the man of the series. But what I'm saying is Jasprit Bumrah has been by far the best player of the series. So why would it automatically go to the player of the series, the winning team? What do you think about that?
All right. You see, generally speaking, the winning team is going to get a player from the winning team is going to get the man of the match, or the man of the series. Generally speaking, you see, if a player on the losing team had an out of this world performance, say for example, in a match, a one-day match, you have a batsman on the losing team who score 100 runs, and also take 5 wickets. But him team end up lose in a close match. And nobody on the other team never really distinguished themselves in a significant way. It was just an all-round good team performance to win the game. It would be hard-pressed to not give that player on the losing team man of the match in a situation like that.
But Preacher, what I'm saying to you, if Bumrah have one of them performance in the 5th test coming starting tonight, he would have one of those performances that you're talking about.
But Pat Cummins has been performing with the ball relatively well. And Pat Cummins has distinguished himself in the last test, in fact, when Australia were struggling. Now Pat Cummins come out of the series and save the game, boss.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Didn't Pat Cummins come to the wicket and distinguish himself?
I didn't say no. I not say no.
So he performed with bat and ball in the series.
Yeah, but if perform in bat and ball and me perform more than you, that must automatically because Bumrah.
The only thing Bumrah does well is bowling, my boss.
And both teams.
The only thing Bumrah does well, my boss, is bowling the ball.
Yeah, I agree. But that means you can't do one thing. You can't do one thing well. And a man did 2 things and you can feel one thing super.
Yeah, but in the context of this series, though, what Pat Cummins has done with the ball for Australia has kept Australia in a number of the games and even helped them to win. What Pat Cummins has done with the bat.
You're right, but I can rebut that by saying Pat Cummins have help from Hazelwood.
Yeah, but Bumrah have any help from. No. I could contextualize it. We have about 3 other callers, so we don't want to waste a lot of time.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Pat Cummins has played an all-round role in Australia's winning of the 2 test matches that they won. Correct?
Right.
Bumrah has been India's most outstanding bowler. The series' most outstanding bowler. Right?
Right.
But when you look at on balance, what both of them bring to their teams, Pat Cummins brings both the batting and the bowling and has performed well, which has led to victories for Australia. You can't argue against Pat Cummins being the man of the series if Australia goes on to win the series, my boss. You can't argue.
Well, I disagree with you, understand me. But the point is, as long as you say a man have an outstanding performance and in the losing team, him can get the man of the
match. Yeah, but it's not unprecedented, my boss.
Yes.
It's not unprecedented.
All right, have a good day.
Yeah, man, big up.
Yeah.
I'm going to take our next one now. Happy New Year and welcome. Hello. We have another call on the line. Happy New Year. Welcome. Now you're nobody, my boss.
Yeah, Preacher.
Oh, yeah, man. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah, man. This sound like the great Chris Lynch, man.
Yeah, man.
One Chris Lynch.
Yeah, man. Everything good.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, say, man. Big up yourself, my brother, man. Me not the warm of Jamaica, you know. I know say you know some very cold place, so I not really envy you right now, my brother.
It is a cold, but I'll say next week I'm gonna be the craziness in terms of coldness.
I get you.
But yeah, so the NFL is start off on a good topic with the Saquon. I think them make him attempt it. I think if it was a quarterback, they would make them attempt the record.
True.
And the big reason why he must attempt this one is because even though it's 18 games and Dickerson break it in 16,
yeah,
is a record that would have been stand valuable because Dickerson do it in like 379 carries.
Yeah.
And Saquon at 345 right now.
30 had less carries.
I'm gonna break it. Yeah, so I'm gonna break it. He would have break it in a less carries. So I think it's a valuable. It would have been more. It would have been a good record to break just because of that.
Yeah, I agree.
It was like I'm gonna break it in a 400 carries or something like that. Would I say it can make no sense. The record they really and truly would have just leave.
It's a tough one, Chris Lynch.
Timely record. Yes, yeah.
It's a tough one. And like me, I said to Igate, it's like the thing them line up. Zine Chris Lynch, because watch I know. The man need 100 yards to break the record, right? 101, right?
Yeah.
You know what say? Most running back going into a game, if you get 100 yards, that's kind of like a benchmark for a great game, right? It's 40 years the record has been established. A perfect number again. He might go play against the Giants, my boss. It's almost like the thing line up, but I agree if it was a quarterback.
Knowing that he must come off, because obviously he know that he wants it, and them, I think they gave him a shot when him go with like what 167. That's when he come off from the Cowboys game.
Yeah,
that's how much he had coming off of the Cowboys game. So I think I'm gonna give him a shot. Like most people suggest, probably 1/2 something, but I think I'm gonna give him a shot because we think if it was a quarterback, then we'd give the quarterback a shot at getting that record.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point.
I think if it was a quarterback, then they might give the quarterback a shot to get that record.
Fair point. The next problem is
because if he, the height of greatness.
Hold on, Chris Lynch. Don't go away. We'll take a break and come back. After the break, we'll finish it.
Blessings. Have you been blessed by the Real Talk Show with Bishop Manning? Well, you can listen to the Real Talk Show Mondays to Fridays, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. on the Omega Radio app. Just go to your app store and look for Omega Radio or listen live on the Omega Church Broadcasting Network website. That's www.omegachurchradio.com. You can also watch on Facebook at Omega Church. On YouTube, you can watch the live church service at Omega Church or Omega Radio. You can also call us at 876-319-1148 or 876-613-9129. The toll-free number is 877-494-0253. That was a paid advertisement by Omega Radio.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocho, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Welcome back. Just to remind our listeners, the numbers are 876-676-6968. You can call in. We have Chris Lynch on the line. Chris Lynch.
Yes, Preacher. So, yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, listen, the other thing too, Chris Lynch, you see, playing against the Giants, you have to bear in mind that there might be a lot of bad blood on the Giants side of the thing. And defensively, if me know say Saquon Barkley comes in, and me know say he might come for broke this record here at the Giants Stadium against me, me not play nothing but the run, my boss. Them have to pass the ball every down, my boss. Them can't come run the ball upon me. Saquon can't get no yards from me.
That's true. But because he's such a good running back, that would even make it greater knowing that they know what you have some people you know what them come to do, but they just cannot stop it.
Well, true. But
you know what the play is going to be, but you just cannot stop it. So, but I think him shouldn't get an attempt. But like you say, if him don't get the attempt, such is life. The bigger picture is a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, but other thing, me don't want to hear a topic, but me know you can give an opinion on it.
Sure.
Your Bull and good friends Zidane talking about Henry and Salah.
Oh Lord.
But don't want to misquote Bull, but Bull was saying him realized that Salah can pass the ball. I don't know when he realized it, but it seems like Bull realized it recently. I think like 3 years ago. I don't know how long it takes to realize that.
Yeah.
But they might try. But the thing is, Salah don't get the respect he get because he was a late bloomer.
True.
Not by his fault, I think. Think when him come to Chelsea, he was a young man who ready to take on the world, but just didn't get time to prove himself.
Yeah.
Because he did well at Basel, and that's why Chelsea and Liverpool were seeking his services.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time, Chelsea have a lot of big ball at the time. So him choose the wrong club.
Yeah.
So at the time. Because the January when him leave, him never look like somebody who sit down on the bench and a loaf around. He go score a whole heap of goal. Not a whole heap, but based on the games when play down at Italy, and then Roma bought him and he do the same thing. Then Klopp bring him to Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
But the main thing now is them I say, when you watch Thierry Henry, you know that he's better than Salah. I might agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody wants to give Salah no respect. That is the problem they have. They don't want to recognize what he's doing, how consistent he has been since he come to Liverpool. And he's been, to me, since he come to the Premier League, he has been the most consistent player. Mm-hmm. Because you know what you're going to get from him. And him always turn up. Him win everything since him there at Liverpool. Everything. And Liverpool, him basically bring Liverpool on him back offensive. Liverpool more or less defend on him. Always get double team. Him can come back. Him have the same thing what we praise Messi for. Is not Messi, you know. No, that is blasphemous, by the way.
Yeah, nobody bring up Messi name.
It is blasphemous. But he'll do the same thing. Him come back, he don't do it at the same high quality when Messi do it. But he can drop back if you try to mark him out of the game down the right wing, and he can come and make brilliant passes just the same.
Brother.
But I don't think they need to give some respect. I think you can say Thierry Henry better, but don't behave like some millions of miles apart. Not based on what him doing.
Brother.
Not based on what him doing. I like him not playing him not playing a ball. Like him is some hard. Him not ordinary.
No man, Salah not
ordinary. And people put
Salah out of this privilege. Salah, what Salah do right now is out of this world. Are some crazy numbers the man. In fact, the man numbers not dissimilar to Thierry Henry numbers, you know. And he has played 16 games less and only scored 13 goals less.
You know the thing with them beat Haaland for is how him scoring goals and all of that. Or him just have to get service. Salah don't do that. Salah take on players, big man.
Yeah, no man.
Dismiss 1, 2, 3 players sometimes just to get inside the box to get off a shot. So Salah is not no man where wait for the pass from the middle. Sometimes Salah they way over the corner flag and he might make him wait by dismissing players or finding a pass to get back a 1-2. So Salah does what them beat Haaland for doing, Salah does it at a high clip.
Listen,
you do it very good.
Salah
get rid of fear, you know where he wants to go, and him left foot, and you cannot stop it.
We have to wrap it, but I tell you the truth. This is the two man them almost mimic each other in terms of them how prolific they are. If you look upon them numbers, if you look upon them production, 3 golden boots each so far, Salah still a player still, so him can get more. But the comparison, if you look upon the comparison as a straight comparison, it is closer than people want to make it. Give Salah respect, man. Put some respect on it.
I think it's not far apart.
No,
where them are trying
not that far apart.
Them try that. So the reason why I campaign for Salah, me did think, I know you're not going to agree with, or probably not. Earlier, me did not think like, oh, people rate up Eden Hazard. Salah sure same can do it Hazard, them do control the game. But because I think Eden in the middle of the park I do it, it look more beautiful. Hazard had
one season where he was out of class, my boss, in the English Premier League. There's one season where
he's a good he's a very good
footballer. Injuries mash him up, we know it go. But Christian, you have to leave it there because me say we have a whole heap of people on the line. So I could rush it.
All right, big up, Preacher. Happy New Year again.
Yeah, Happy New Year, my boss. More life and more blessings to you, the wife and the family. Here, sir.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
All right, we're going to run over to our musical selection. So, ladies and gentlemen, we shall return to the calls in a few.
It's the king of my artists again. Brother, function in your anointing. sword, planted by the hand of the enemy. We power up point, we almost do it for sword, and so children go through with no fear. That it on a point, we almost do it till word, until we go through. So we coming through with no fear. We go for the naughty man, go for the opium man, we want for this. We go for the normal fist, we go for the wickedness, we want for this. So when I sing, the enemy must know that I sing in my anointing. Singing my anointing. And when I worship, the enemy must know, cause I worship in anointing. Worship in anointing. Don't fret, I know the man. I don't fret, I hope the man. I don't fret, I sing in my anointing. I don't fret, I hope the man. No, I don't fret, I know the man. Don't fret, I hope the man. I don't fret, I worship in.
Well, that one was from Joanna, and that was Call for This, and that was brought to you by EdgeChem. Yeah, EdgeChem. All right. So this year, make sure you check out EdgeChem and their products and services. All right, because they have been supporting us, so we must support them. All right, we're gonna jump right back to the lines. No, we're taking a break. We're gonna take a break, and then we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
Are you a registered charity clearing charitable items during the holiday and in the new year? Here are some reminders from the Jamaica Customs Agency to assist you with your clearance. Ensure you have a valid copy of the Certificate of Registration from the Department of Cooperatives and Friendly Societies, a letter of authorization if applicable, the signed special declaration, the bill of lading or airway bill, your packing list, your invoice or receipts, a valid tax compliance certificate, and the relevant permit and licenses where applicable. Also, ensure that shipments are consigned to the charity at the registered address and that donations for schools are consigned to the National Education Trust. For customs-related queries, you may contact Jamaica Customs at 876-922-5140-8 or email public.relations@jca.gov.jm. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
The hour between 2 to 3 on the Sports Desk is sponsored by Mother's Chicken Bites. Love in every bite.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega. You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, man, welcome back. So just want to remind you all of the numbers to call, 876-676-6968, and it's the Sports Desk, in case you're wondering. And this is Preacher, just sitting in for Zidane and Orville. All right, we're taking the next call on the line. Good afternoon and Happy New Year.
Afternoon and Happy New Year, Preacher, man.
Yes, sir. Enough respect, man. Bless up yourself.
I hear the voice, you know the choice. You know?
It is only one CC, man. It could be two.
Yeah, man, one CC. You know, Preacher, there's this conversation going on, right? Yes, Salah needs to get his respect. I think there wasn't any justice being done because when you look at the Ballon d'Or list last year, there was no Messi in the top 30. When you look at the FIFA best men's list, Messi was magically launched into that list, and there's still no Salah in either list. So in that aspect, and given the league that Salah is playing and the level at which Salah was playing, I thought that some would say me at this attack on Messi, but I thought that spot could have been for Mohamed Salah. But let's put it like this, Preacher. People, I hear the next narrative is that because of Salah's stat, he's better than Eden Hazard. So for all the statisticians out there, and I use stats to compare, I use stats at times, but I have other things. They have stats, eye test, longevity, accomplishment, winning. All of these things form my criteria in terms of how I judge a player. Statistics is just one of the criteria. You understand what I say, Preacher?
Yeah.
But when I look at it, right? By the way, point of correction, I think Henry has 4 golden boots.
Yeah, correct. You
Shearer has 3.
Yeah.
The other gentleman named Hurricane has 3 and Salah has 3.
Yeah, you are correct.
Yeah.
In the thing with Henry, you know what? I forgot that Henry had won. I think it was 01, 02. He won 3 back to back. He won I think he won 03, 04, 04, 05, and 05, 06 back to back.
Yeah.
But there was a break in the you're right. It's 4.
Yeah, man. There was a break in when he won the other one. But you put it like this. So to all the statistics, and I use statistics, but statistics is just a criterion of mine out of the 5 out of the criteria that I use when I'm comparing players. But to put out statistics, Eden Hazard not as prolific in some way as Salah, but just as clinical, if not probably more clinical, when you look at their conversion rate. So if Eden Hazard was to get the same amount of chance, based on his conversion rate, you would say he would put away the chance. But put it like this, Preacher. If Salah is better than Hazard, based on statistics, then Frank Lampard is better than Iniesta, based on statistics. So anybody that comes to me and says Iniesta is a better player than Frank Lampard, and then they're saying that they're using statistics for Salah versus Eden Hazard, then if you're going by statistics, Frank Lampard have over 200 more goals and assists than Andres Iniesta.
Here we don't want to do when we're doing an analysis of players, as you say, we can't just look at just numbers by themselves, right? We have to look at the numbers, because we're talking about production, right? So numbers equal production, right? But when we think about Salah and Hazard, I think a fair argument that can be made is that Mohamed Salah has been a much more consistently prolific player in his EPL, in his current dispensation as an EPL player, than Eden Hazard was when Eden Hazard was playing in the EPL. I don't think there's any argument about that. There was a season when Eden Hazard ruled the Premier League. You remember that season there?
No, the thing about, I remember, man. But Preacher, to be honest, as I said, my argument is not Salah, if Salah is better, My argument is versus what they're using to determine and say Salah is better.
Because if you carry over the same conversion to some other players, you're going to get a Lampard being better than an Iniesta. And you're going to get some other comparisons where people that naturally say that man is better, but when you lose the numbers, it's going to show you somebody.
When you use that is exactly. So when I look at it in a wholesome package, there's a possible argument for Mohamed Salah. The reason why, you see, Hazard argument for me has always been this. Hazard with Lille won the league. I think he won the league with Lille. He won player of the season back to back at Lille before he came to Chelsea. And he came to Chelsea like basically a genius player. Not saying that Salah is not a genius player, but Hazard was a genius player from the game. And what he did at Chelsea. But if a man wants to make an argument and say, you want to say longevity, you want to say accomplishments, you want to say statistics.
No, man. Salah is more durable. Salah has been a much more durable player than Hazard.
In terms of, as I say, in terms of the consistency, we can always give that argument.
Yeah.
But the bigger argument, I think, which people can say that Mohamed Salah hasn't been given his due respect in terms of some other players would have gotten the years. To say right now Salah is out and out the best player in the league.
Yeah, man, easily. But you see the 2014-2015 season where Eden Hazard had that season there when Chelsea win the league and I think we did win the League Cup too that season there. Brother, when you see Eden Hazard on the football field, you know that there was nobody else better than that player playing in the EPL at the time, 2014-2015. You see, for the last 2 or 3 seasons, my boss, I'm not gonna lie to you. Last year,
for the last season, he was out of class too. Before he got Real Madrid. For the last season,
he had a really good season. True, he had a really good season. But
you know, Preacher, go ahead, sorry.
But when you watch Mohamed Salah play right now, my boss, and you see the things that my mom is the Salah do, the rate of scoring goals and the rate of creating chances, brother, for Liverpool. The man, the man, normal man.
No. I will declare this on the 2nd of January. I know a lot of persons haven't said it as yet. Mohamed Salah right now at this present moment is the best player in the world. Mohamed Salah
no argument, no,
right now at this but I'm just saying that just like what Christian said, nobody now come out and give him influence. Me, CC, who have Eden Hazard in such high someday or high prestige. Mohamed Salah at this given moment in time, playing in the Premier League, playing in the Champions League, is the best player in the world right now. And as a matter of fact, the first season that he had for Liverpool, his debut season, I see Mohamed Salah eclipsing that season. And that season, he was special.
Yeah.
So, for him to eclipse that season right now, he's having the best season of any player ever playing in the Premier League far this season.
The man is in prime form, man.
Exactly.
The one thing...
He's doing something that is not normal.
The one thing I hope is that him though got the African Nations Cup and pick up anything, knock on wood, pick up anything or anything like that. And
well, Preacher, you're in luck. You're in luck, Preacher, because there's no African Cup of Nations till December 2025.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, so there's no African Cup of Nations till 2025 because of the FIFA Club World Cup.
Yes.
The schedule.
Yes.
They have to twist the schedule and they push it back to December 2025. So
beautiful. Usually at that happened to Liverpool, you know. Usually Liverpool lose a couple of the key players. Remember when they had Mane and they had Salah, and they end up lose some key players at a critical time of the season, the turning of the new year, and them when they go and them go down pick up a little niggle here, a little niggle there, and I understand it take away from them attacking options.
Yeah, man.
This time around, that will happen.
And I think this is going to be a key turning point. You see, if Mohamed Salah manages to win, Mohamed Salah manages to contribute. His contribution is already there for everybody to see. And if Liverpool is to go on and win the league and possibly win even the Champions League, there should be no voting. Just give him the award because I don't see anybody else that has separated themselves from the pack the way Mohamed Salah has done it in the first half of the season. And if he continues in this form and Liverpool goes on to win those major trophies, there's no argument in who should win the Ballon d'Or and the FIFA Best Award and walk away recognized as the best player in the world, because I think it would be such a disrespect to Mohamed Salah's career if he has this season and to go away from it and not even winning an individual award. Some people might not care enough, Preacher. But per se, in terms of that icing on the cake, to go up there and be immortalized against the Luka Modric, the Cristiano Ronaldo, the Lionel Messi, all of these guys that sometimes people will say they don't deserve it, but when they look at their career, their career, it just shows that these guys deserve to have that icing on their cake. And Mohamed Salah is one of those guys that I think that part. I don't know if it pardon me any more time or I have to just come off now because a lot of persons are there. But I want to say this one thing before I go.
Yeah, man, take the time.
Yeah, the Cleveland Cavaliers, that I think a lot of persons are sleeping on them, and I think they are one player away from being in the NBA Finals.
One player?
They can get that one player away from being in the NBA Finals. But the problem is that the draft capital.
Which position you think is the missing link?
I think the position that they're missing is in terms of, when I look at it, Caris LeVert is what, a forward? I think if they could get an upgrade, I think that's the position I think they're missing. I think their front court look good, them have the bigs enough, but I think they're missing a major contributor in the front court, because I think LeVert, his position is basically like the weakling. If he could give a little bit more to this team right now, I think they would be in a different type of position, and people would be talking about them as conference finalists.
All right, here's the thing. I mean, I hear the thing with Cubs. You see, their backcourt, Garland and Mitchell, them two man there, them a dictate everything. See?
Yeah.
And last time we saw Garland, he looked like he was shell-shocked in the playoffs. See? could even beg a basket. We know what Donovan Mitchell are going to do. We have seen Donovan Mitchell play well. Regular season, we have seen him play okay enough in the postseason. The question is, will Garland be able to go into a postseason with all eyes on the Cavs as a contender and live up to expectation? Zin? All right, you see, up front now, they have the height. They have Jared Allen, who defensively, you don't know, he might protect the basket. And this season, he has been scoring more. Zin? And then now Mobley and Wade. They're starting Wade, Levert coming off the bench. Them have height and them have athleticism. So them are going to be there now in terms of being able to play. But guess what? I don't think they're deep enough. I don't think they're 8 or 9 deep. And they're going to play against a Boston Celtics. They're going to play against a Milwaukee Bucks. They're going to play against a New York Knicks in the playoffs where people are going to make adjustments, right? And when these adjustments are being made and you are forced now to make your adjustments, I just not think that them have enough. Them have some decent little pieces.
But I think, let me tell you, I would go the route where Toronto went. When they got in Kawhi, I don't know what Cleveland could do. I have to look back at what they could do with the trade window. But it's Jimmy Bucket. I would throw the kitchen sink and try to get Jimmy Bucket without trying to disturb the Garland and the Mitchell.
No, Pat Riley don't tell you say them not trade Jimmy Butler. Much less for trade Jimmy Butler to a contender in the Eastern Conference, my boss.
Yeah, but I think if they could get an assassin like Kawhi went to Toronto.
Okay.
Because if you look at that Toronto team, outside of Kawhi being on that team, who's nothing special preacher, if I really should consider it.
True. I mean, you're making a good point. I mean, what they're probably missing is somebody with championship experience and caliber.
Yes, caliber.
Yeah. Fair point. Can't argue with no way I said this. All right. I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah, man. Big up. Big up, man.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year, my brother. Bless up.
All right, okay.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Importers, clear customs, not your schedule. Download the JA Customs Connect mobile app from the Google Play and Apple App Stores and enjoy the ease to calculate your customs duties, search for tariff codes, track and trace your shipments, pay your declarations, and so much more, all in a click right at your fingertips. So save time, save money. Download the JA Customs Connect mobile app today. It's fast, safe, and convenient. For more information, visit jacustoms.gov.jm. JA Customs Connect mobile app, powered by the Jamaica Customs Agency. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
The holiday season is filled with happiness and cheer, but it can also be a time of danger for road users. Here's a holiday road safety tip from Petrojam Limited in association with the Road Safety Unit.
Don't speed. In the rush to get to a Christmas party or to do your Christmas shopping, you may be tempted to speed. Drive within the speed limit to prevent crashes this holiday season. A speeding ticket and possible collisions are not likely on your holiday wish list, so make this holiday season a safe one for all. A holiday road safety tip from the Road Safety Unit and Petrojam Limited, where safety is our #1 priority.
The hour between 2 to 3 on the Sports Desk is sponsored by Mother's Chicken Bites. Love in every bite.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Welcome back to the Sports Desk. Yes, this is the voice of the man, the preacher, sitting in for Zidane Matthews and Orville Higgins, the numbers to call. Let me just remind you quickly. 876-676-6968. That's 876-676-6968. I think we have a call on the line, so let's take it. Happy New Year and welcome to the Sports Desk.
New York says Happy New Year.
Oh,
to you and all your listeners.
The great Diego Ogilvy, man. The man from the Red Hills Road Battalion, otherwise known as Rabalak, a.k.a. Calabar.
There you go. I don't
your utmost for is highest. Well, go ahead, Diego. Big up yourself, my boss. Well, go on.
Yeah, man. Big up. You don't know.
Yes.
Happy New Year to all, you know?
Yes, indeed.
And your listeners and everybody and Jamaica itself.
Yes, sir.
You don't know. Did you see the New York ball drop on New Year's?
Listen, the Knicks have been balling. Was it 9 straight? Is that 9 straight wins for the New York Knicks?
See? I'm glad you mentioned that. But before we go to the Knicks, because I see you mentioned, we don't expect you now, to jump on the Cavaliers bandwagon,
No, I'm not aware
But come see you mentioned the 9 out of 10, but you don't mention the 9 straight and the offense and the game that is being played by the New York Knickerbockers.
No, the Knicks playing some beautiful basketball, man. I must tell you, I mean, when you have Karl Anthony Towns having 21 rebounds and 31 points in a game, a man who we've often criticized for being too lazy and not playing up to his potential, and it looks like he's feeling it. It looks like he's playing his best basketball in a long time. Then you have to give credit where credit is due. I'm not going to argue with you, Diego.
They just want the bright lights to inspire you, New York. Bright lights to inspire. If you're watching the Knicks, you're seeing offense at its best in terms of. Remember last year we only had Brunson and sometime Randall, because Randall had injury problems.
Yeah.
No, anybody get the ball can score. You have, as you mentioned, Cat.
Yeah, man.
We got Bridges, the man for the Brooklyn Nets last year.
Yeah, man. Bridges.
Averaging over 21 points per game.
Yeah, man.
And we already have. Here you know what Brunson can do.
Yeah, man.
Right? The MVP season he had last year.
Yes, sir.
MVP type player. So you've got, and then you've got
Diego
Hart. Look at what Hart is doing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. No, man.
What happened now?
The Knicks are playing some good basketball.
We don't rely on one person. Anybody get the ball, anybody get the ball can give you on that day can score for you. And then this biggest piece, man, out of the Cleveland. But I don't talk this thing. He's done pretty much the same team, and nobody was talking about. But because the record. But as you know, the NBA season is not regular season. After 30 games is what you do in the playoffs and how you look.
Yeah, but the thing
because
about
right now, they have a better record. They have the best record in the league. Are you going to predict them to beat Boston in conference finals?
I mean, I because of how the NBA is, how long the season is, and the fact that you're going into a playoff, where you're going to go head to head with a team over at least for 7 games, first to 4. It's difficult to say that Cleveland, are the favorites. I still think Boston are the team to beat. They have the championship metal and experience. They pretty much have the same squad. Very deep team. This Cleveland team, though, has been around for a couple of years. And so I think they're coming into their own. I think position-wise, they have solid players in all the positions. It's just that they're missing some, I think, championship caliber experience.
Yeah, but just to say this, that when you see people are dreaming of trades now for Cleveland, it's a organized team because now they're dreaming of what play over because all we need is that interior deep. What's beating us right now, is just that we're missing Mitchell Robertson, the rim protector.
Yeah.
So we're getting outside.
But there you go.
Here's what's going to happen.
There you go.
Here's what's gonna happen, preacher.
Why? Hold on. Let me ask you a question. You're saying you're missing a rim protector, and this is my issue with Karl Anthony Towns. Why is Karl Anthony Towns not your rim protector? Why is he? He's playing great basketball now. Don't get me wrong. He's playing great basketball right now. But why isn't he your rim protector? Robinson is going to be coming off the bench.
He doesn't have that makeup. It's like saying why Steph Curry don't play defense.
The man is a 7-footer.
No, 7-footer.
He's a
anyway, but he's not a perfect basketball player.
All right, I hear you, man.
You're looking for perfection. Why Steph Curry don't play?
Steph Curry is a small guy, man. Come on, man.
Small guy.
We're talking about cat. We're talking about cat defending the rim, man. That's what we're talking about. That's two different
things. We all know Cat is not the rim protector.
I hear you.
We know what his assets are.
You need Robinson to bolster your bench and to add some more
I
muscle.
tell you now, listen, let's talk basketball because let's start. When Mitchell Robinson comes back now, he goes back to being the number 5. You know what's going to happen because we've been on the oversight without Mitchell Robinson.
Okay.
You see, Joshua goes back to the bench. You know who goes for the number 2 now? Same Bridges. Because he's undersized at the number 3 position.
Yeah.
And then we have OG at the 4. Okay. So my team, you don't see the optimum of my team yet. We have seen exactly what Cleveland can do.
Listen, I love the fact that you are optimistic about New York basketball because New York basketball has suffered so many years of frustration and not having anything under the bright lights. So I'm happy.
Talking practical, you can look at the team.
I'm happy for you.
I'm a fan of Knicks, but I'm not talking optimism. I'm talking about if you're looking at what's being played.
Yeah, but you're looking at what is being played.
I'm asking you now, right? When you look at the Knickerbockers, if you have to put your money down as to go into the conference final, who would you put it on with? Which 2 teams would you have going to the conference final?
Right now?
Yeah.
I could say.
Remember, Mitchell Robinson does not come back yet, Well, so we have to make the assumption Mitchell Robinson comes back.
I could see the Knicks and Boston in a conference finals in the East. Sure. I don't think it's far.
So you know answer my question.
I just told you.
You could see anything. Who would you put your money on as a basketball perspective?
I could see the Knicks and the Celtics being in the conference finals. Yeah. Those 2 teams.
But somebody can say they can see Milwaukee and Boston. I'm asking you, who do you put your money on?
Somebody can say anything, but I just said.
So I'm asking you a question.
But I gave you an answer. I'm saying the Knicks and the Celtics are the 2 teams that I think right now I would put my money on to be in the conference finals.
Let's move on.
Right?
Well, move on to the Eagles now.
Yeah, let's talk about the Eagles.
Right? Yeah. Moving on to the Eagles now. Which is, again, it's what perspective you're looking at with this Barkley thing. Mm-hmm. If you're a fan, if you're Barkley, then you look at the individual. If you're management, you're a coach, you're looking at the team winning. But I don't know if you've heard. I think it's official now. I think the coach came out and said Barkley won't play.
Yeah, they said that they're not going to play him because it's more about, the big picture. It's not just about individual records. And as I said to Highgate when he called, I can understand the two perspectives, right? The bigger picture for the franchise, the Eagles, and the individual achievement for Saquon Barkley, right? Personally, either way wouldn't have mattered to me. If he went for it or they don't go for it, which they're not going to do, that's fine. It doesn't matter to me.
All right. So let me ask you the questions that we ask in sports when we're dealing practically again, because we can always understand anything. If you were the coach, what would you do, preacher?
If I were the coach, I'd ask Saquon how he feels about it, and if he really wants it, and if he really wants to go for it, and I'll tell him if he says he wants to go for it, I'll tell him we're gonna give him the ball about 20 times in the first half, And if he can have so many possessions in the first half, I just tell him I'll give him as many possessions in the first half as possible. And if he manages
you're a real preacher, you know. You're creating a hypothetical. So let me give you a.
But your question is a hypothetical question, Diego. You're asking me if I was the coach, what you want me to do?
No, but I'm saying to you with what we know. So if you're going to create something now, so suppose Saquon says, "You decide, coach."
Well, if he gives it back to me, I'll tell him that I'm going to rest him. If he says, "Coach, it's neither here nor there," I'll rest him. But if he tells me, coach, I really want this.
Move on. So we agree.
Yeah, I really want this. Then I'll give him a shot at it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's move on now again. Couple of things I want to do. And the West Indies cricket.
Yep.
West Indies cricket. The latest thing that's been going on is this. People are talking about. Again, I'm asking what you would do if you were the president of the West Indies Cricket Board, based on what we know, what's in front of us.
I hear you, sir.
Would you get rid of West Indies cricket?
Would I get rid of West Indies cricket?
Yeah.
No.
And why not?
Because if I were the president, right?
Of course, yeah.
If I were the president and I got rid of West Indies cricket, I would not be the president of West Indies cricket anymore. So why would I get rid of it?
No, we agree now. So the argument's been saying that let's stop West Indies cricket, but it makes no sense. Because as you say now, and to give it the biggest picture, you would have to get rid of every cricket, Jamaica cricket, Melbourne cricket, because the West Indies Cricket Board is a commercial enterprise that it's a brand that makes money. It makes millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And they are the ones who filter money down to the Jamaica Cricket Association, to the clubs. So it makes no sense. When they go on tour, West Indies name makes money. So this argument about getting rid of West Indies cricket, dismantling West Indies cricket, doesn't make sense from a commercial standpoint.
Yeah, I'm not sure the people who are making this argument, I'm not sure what their alternative solution is. I've heard some people say
alternative solution is for Jamaica regions to go on your own.
Yeah, but if the West Indies is unable to compete, which is the argument a lot of people are making. Hold on, Diego. Take the break.
Yeah. Okay.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
The hour between 2 to 3 on the Sports Desk is sponsored by Mother's Chicken Bites. Love in every bite.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Welcome back to the Sports Desk. The numbers are 876-676-6968. All right, we have Diego on the line. I was making the point, Diego, that Jamaica doesn't have the bandwidth to compete at the international level, nor does Barbados by itself, nor does Trinidad by itself, which is why the West Indies as a region, right, is the best model for us to compete. If you want to make an argument about how the West Indies is structured in terms of the way development takes place in our cricket and what can be done differently, then that's a different argument. But dismantling West Indies cricket will not help the individual territories to effectively compete against either the emerging nations are the established cricketing nations in the world. So it's an argument that's going nowhere, in my opinion. Yeah.
All right. Next question for you now, because they're going to ask a practical question based on what the situation is, or what based on what we know.
Mm-hmm.
Now that Darren Sammy was given the all format, and they got rid of our guy there, the Kohli, the Jamaican coach, from the test team.
Yes.
Now, if you were the president of the cricket board, would you have gotten rid of Andre Kohli?
If I were the president of the cricket board, I would be a Jamaican, and my Jamaican bias would probably make me keep Kohli on for a little bit longer. In fact, Kohli is actually going with the team to the next test series, which is against Pakistan. I think the team departs today and should arrive in Islamabad on the 6th of January. I would have kept Kohli on probably for the series after this one. Kohli hasn't distinguished himself with the test team. The test team is not necessarily going to be doing great things, in my opinion. I don't think we have a good test team, but Kohli has not.
Again, I asked you. Hold on, no. I guess I asked you a question. You said if you were a Jamaican.
No, I'm saying as a Jamaican. I'm saying as a Jamaican, I probably would have a bias, and I would want to keep him on for another series.
No, suppose you're from Barbados, then, since we're going that way.
I'm not from Barbados. I'm a Jamaican, and I'm telling you, as a Jamaican, I probably would have a Jamaican bias and keep him on for another series.
So you would keep him because you're a Jamaican president.
Yeah, and I have a Jamaican bias.
Right, let me tell you the arguments now. Let me tell you the different arguments. Okay, you say you would have kept him, no problem.
Maybe
being a Jamaican, being a political, no problem.
Yeah.
Now the argument that cricket some have given, and you tell me what you think of these arguments now. First of all, the easy argument is he has coached 15 test matches and won 3. However, the defense of Kohli now, from Jamaicans in the diaspora, and they're not saying it because they're Jamaican. They're saying, but if you look at the 15 test match, he lost to some big teams, I think India, Australia, South Africa. And they're saying that the argument that they're giving that Darren Sammy is going to make the poor and the Hope and the Hetmeyer and the Rutherford play. They are saying that's a risky thing, because do they believe that Rutherford and Hetmeyer are going to give up their money and their family for Darren Sammy, these T20 players? So what do you think about those arguments?
No, I don't think the argument. I think it's very simplistic to think that Darren Sammy, because he has a good rapport with the limited overs players, he's going to influence them to play Test cricket. And I don't think that the West Indies would have made a decision simply based on that.
No, that's part of they haven't come out officially, but that's the word going around.
Yeah, but that's a very simplistic view, and
because they changed the rule in the picture where you don't have to play regional cricket and to get in playing professionally T20. So it's a logical thing that they're doing it because they want to bring some of the T20 players into the cricket.
Yeah, but I don't know that. All right, one, I don't know that Darren Sammy is going to by himself be able to influence that transition. Two, I think the West Indies decision is a cost-benefit decision more than anything else. Having one person give oversight to all the teams obviously is going to save them some money. So I boil these things down to how the West Indies Cricket Board see themselves benefiting more than them seeing players getting excited about Test cricket because Sammy is now the coach. These players have not shown any inclination to want to play the longer format of the game, nor do these players demonstrate when they play the shorter version of the game that they are fit to play the long version of the game. So I'm waiting to see what happens. Let's see how this Pakistan series works out. What would be interesting is if West Indies goes to Pakistan, competes or even wins the series with Kohli as the coach, knowing that he's going to be without a job after the series. That would be quite an interesting development.
Oh, yeah, but it's officially out, Remember, Sammy takes it over in June.
Yeah, man, I know. I'm just saying,
okay.
I'd love to see him win this series and go out with a bang while the replacement is waiting in the wings.
So is this based on the fact that you're a Jamaican or you're talking cricket?
I'm talking cricket now. As a Jamaican.
Say no more.
All right, Diego, man. Big up yourself.
Okay, yeah, man. Say no more. All right, cool.
All right, man. We take our next one, Oscar. I don't know. Seeing if we have another one on the line. Yeah, while we wait. You know, we were talking about the NFL earlier and the issue with Saquon Barkley, but you know, a bigger picture about what's going on in the NFL is just how things are stacking up for the playoffs. We'll talk about that a little bit more, but we're going to take our next call. Welcome to the Sports Desk and a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, preacher.
Yes,
this
sir.
is Mark Watson. Might have heard the name before.
Yes, sir, Watson, man. Yes, sir, man. Big call, man. Happy New Year to you, sir.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year.
Yes, sir.
You know, funny enough, my sport is really horse racing.
Yes, what a jockey's championship, my friend.
Yes, man. To me, that is the first I want to say. I think that both Tevin Foster and Radish Roman are champion. I'm just sorry that it didn't end up in a tie. That both of them could have been crowned champion jockey, just like in 1972 between Jose Bravo and Richard DePass. I think that would have been the best result because they all gave it their all. They are their supporters, but more than all, I like how they demonstrate a level of sportsmanship.
Yes, yeah.
There were no animosity between both riders. Both riders share picture for the crowd and say, "Listen, I have my supporters, you have your supporters, but however, we are all friends." And that was good.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Another thing I want to touch on, and I keep touching on this point, and I'm not going to stop touching on this point until it hits home to the appropriate authority. The quality of horses we have in Jamaica. I remember coming on this program and telling persons that our horse of the year, Atomica, last year horse of the year, Atomica, does not run well under pressure. She has been into the motor mile on 3 different occasions, and based on the pressure that goes with that type of race, she failed. Demonstrating my point that I've always said, a horse run different when they are able to manage the lead and lead unmolested, different from when they have pressure from beginning or another horse leading them. 2 different things, and I've said this on this program.
It's fun. Hold on, Mark. Is Fun Can done a locally bred horse?
No, it's an American.
Okay.
But, you know, the whole atmosphere surrounding the motor mile, I don't think we got quality American horses to come and participate.
I got you.
To be honest, because listen good, there were times, you know, when we used to have quality American invaders in Jamaica. That motor, you know, to be honest, preacher, you said Fun Can Done could not have beaten a She's a Manita over in that motor mile last time around. And She's a Manita is a local bred.
And
the splits, yes,
based on the times.
Based on the splits and the time. They could not have beaten a She's a Manita. They could not have beaten a Sir Howard. The quality is not there. And if I know that Sir Pian might be shipping port, will be coming to say something different. But I will just go down a little memory lane to tell him what I'm talking about. I don't know if they all remember a horse by the name of Secret. The only Secretariat offspring to race in Jamaica, Secret.
Okay.
Secret came here in 1985. And they put 104 pounds in the horseback with a jockey by the name of Carl Brown. And it was the Ben John Hedges Gold Cup, the most competitive race of the year. And believe me, Secret beat the best quality horses that we had in Jamaica by about 15 lengths in the mud. Okay. They put 133 pounds in the back and called for a Miller Rodriguez. 8 furlongs.
That was a 1,400 meter race.
Yes, 7 furlongs. He would have broken the track record if it was not for the mud.
Wow.
The track was about 4 inches thick in mud.
Wow.
All right. They move him from 104 pounds and put 133 pounds with Emilio Rodriguez on his back. Over 8 furlong. The horse tumbled out to the starting gate and still broke the track record.
You sure he wasn't ridden by Carl Brown?
No, he was ridden by Carl Brown for the 7th furlong when he had 104 pounds. 1985.
I get you. Okay.
Then after that victory, they increased the weight to 133 pounds. Called for Emilio Rodriguez. And I listened to that race. The horse tumbled out at the starting gate. Beat Legal Man and David Starr and some of the horses by about 5 lengths. Broke the track record. That was the quality of horse flesh that we had. We had another horse by the name of Dijab with 133 pounds in his back. Run the 5 furlong round in 57 and 4 feet. Still the current track record. Beating Kissimmee, another invader. So I said this to say that the quality horse flesh that we have, that is coming in now for the Mute, man, is not up to scratch.
Okay. So
another thing which I think,
but Mark, one of the things about the issue of quality, and it's quality relative to what we have seen before, right? Because the horses that stack up together, they are around the same quality with each other.
Exactly. But we need, let me tell you how horse racing goes. So when an import, especially when there's a euphoria around these imported horses, we expect that what we are going to see on the track. See them come back. Barnaby come back and was beaten by Run Julie Run. And all of them come back and beat by local bred. The standard, they are not all of no exceptional high quality. Believe me, preacher, they are not.
I'm gonna tell me say Atomica choked when Atomica had the opportunity in the big race.
No, man, Atomica did not choke. I keep speaking on this program that Atomica runs from in front. And once you have a horse that runs, it's not every horse can maintain that sustained pressure and increase their speed when necessary. If Atomica was the only, and it happened to even Desert and Malibu, if they were the only speedster in that race to lead, then they would have won.
Mark, hold on. Give you a minute after that.
Yeah.
Set the trend, set the trend.
The Trend-Setting Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., is Jamaica's #1 call-in sports program. Join me, Orville Higgins, and me, Christopher Zidane Matthews, as we continue to take call-in sports discussions to the highest levels on radio. The Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., on Jamaica's #1 sports radio station. The hour between 3 and 4 p.m. is sponsored by Western Sports, the sports people, with locations in Kingston, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE Online Trading.
It's your favorite gospel DJ. My name is Jermaine Morgan, popular known as the Brother Frisco. Joins me weekdays and weekend on your radio. On Mondays, it's 4 p.m. through to 9. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 4 p.m. through to 7 p.m. Thursdays and Fridays, 4 p.m. through to 9. And on Saturdays and Sundays, it's 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. on Omega Radio, locally and internationally, where your afternoon will get better going into the evening, and your weekend will never be the same. Stay locked with Brother Frisco on your radio.
The hour between 2 to 3 on the Sports Desk is sponsored by Mother's Chicken Bites. Love in every bite.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yes, Dr. Watson.
Yes.
Big question for you
Dr.
then.
Mark Watson.
Well, it might be a promotion for 2025.
And this is for my fellow horse punters. I observed that Cayman Park have now taken over the trend of running mostly sprint races.
Okay.
What have happened to regular 8.5, 8 furlongs, 9 furlongs, 10 furlong races?
Maybe we're
and I
not.
can tell you why.
Maybe we're not bred enough stairs in other country.
No, what's happened is that we have gone mostly for speed horses. Our breeding is mostly speed horses. Speed horses. Our sires, mares, mostly breed speed horses. I think we need to stop focus on the America style only, and make a step to Europe.
Okay.
So the England, where we can get some, especially mares from Europe. Therefore, we can get some horses with stamina.
So you're saying we need to diversify. We need to diversify our breeding.
Exactly.
Getting more European horses and stuff. Is there a reason? Other than obviously probably the cost factor that would be involved? Why we have been more leaning towards the American?
The cost factor, and there have been a lot of decisions that Caymanas and the government have made have really discouraged owners. So you have a lot of prominent owners that used to carrying quality bloodstock in Jamaica that have leave the game.
Okay.
Leave the game because it is far more expensive to carry European bread
Yes, I would imagine.
here than carrying American bread here.
I would imagine.
You
Listen,
understand?
Bridget, horse racing, the owners, the trainers, is an expensive ordeal, and the returns are not very great. The returns are not
Exactly.
not
The
very
returns also is a factor because to maintain a horse at Cayman Park is very, very expensive.
very expensive ordeal. Listen,
Very expensive.
Sir Watson, we have to run. I think we have a
So
couple
really
others.
and truly, yeah. But in keeping, I hope Solomon Sharp is listening. The government and Supreme Ventures need to do something to encourage the owners to go European so that we can start seeing more 8.5, 9 furlong, 10 furlong races.
All right,
It's
Sir
all
Sharp.
sprint, and that is not good enough.
We know say this are the big show, so more than likely Sir Sharp is listening. Sir Sharp, you hear Mr. Watson? We need to upgrade the level of the horses in Jamaica. We need more European blooded horses. We need also to make sure that our top horses are fit for the course.
Exactly. All right,
sir.
Good, sir, preacher.
Yeah, man.
Good.
Batman has Happy New Year again, my boss. All right, now we're gonna go to our second selection. We're gonna be going over to the man called John Mark Wigan, with a song, "Work." So this is sponsored again by Edgechem. So take it away.
Push up your hand and say, we've seen how you work. I feel how you work. I see how you work, Jesus. How you work it. Yes. When I see my problems, you see platforms and stages, Jesus, that you understand, don't Jesus? I'm sure you're amazing, oh, in every season, and all of life's changes. I know who to call on, and who never fails me. Oh, in my problem, and you still work. You're the remedy, you still work. In the battle, Lord, you still work. To give a victory, you still work. On my mountain, in my valley, Lord, yeah. Your word working for me, working for me. The enemy came up against me, but my God loves me. But I was alone, like he didn't know God watches over me, protecting against every wickedness. He goes before me and behind me, working on the things that I can't see. Good Lord, in my problem, let me still work. You're the remedy, is still work. In the battle, Lord, is still work. I'm singing the victory, is still work. On my lungs, yeah, in my belly, working for me, working for me. In the marriage, it's still work. In the money, Lord, it's still work. In the mortgages, it's still work. Your work, valley, Lord, your work. You're working for me, working for me. I see how you're working, and feel how you're working. We see how you're working. There is evidence you're working. It's all around how you're working. No one can deny you're working. You're working for me, working for me. You never stop. You're never done. All over my body, you're working. All over my body, you're working. You're working for me. You're working for me. I'm not the neck to still work. You're the remedy, you still work. In the battle, Lord, you still work. To give me victory, you still work. On my mountain, then you work. Valley, Lord, you work. You're working for me. Working for me. Yes, Jesus. You've always been there. You've been saved. Your hand is still on me. Your hand is still on me. You never stop working. Working for me. Working for me. All over my family. All over my family. All over my family. You're working for me. Again and again. Again and again. You're working for me. You're working for me. All over this ministry. All over this ministry. You're working for me. You're working for me. Again and again and again and again and again. Lord, you're working for me. You're working for me. Again and again. Yes, Father.
Yeah, that one was from John Mark Wigan, working for me. Yeah, I like that one, man. There's a verse of scripture that is very profound. Romans chapter 8 and verse 28 says, and we know that in all things God works for the good to them who love him and have been called according to his purpose. God works through life circumstances, brethren, to bring out the good out of the bad, light out of darkness, and joy out of sorrow. So as we face 2025, remember, that God is working for you, man. All right, we go back to the telephone lines. Happy New Year and welcome to the sports desk.
Hello?
Yes. Welcome. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, yeah. I hear you make a suggestion, look why.
Yes.
This is David, so you want Holy Ghost and a strong note.
Yes,
you
of
really
course.
believe that we can win a game in Pakistan?
Do I? Your background a little noisy. I don't know if you can step away from where you are.
Step away.
Okay.
Yes, you really believe that we can win a game in Pakistan?
I'm not very confident that we can, but for the sake of Kohli and just for the sake of the West Indies, I hope that we acquit ourselves well.
But we just beat by Bangladesh, you know, with the other strength Bangladesh.
The
best player was not available and they beat us.
That was the last limited overs series.
No, the test match.
Oh yes, the test, and that was, and I think that was what was the deciding factor in terms of Kohli's demise ultimately, losing that Bangladesh test match. So yeah, I mean the West Indies. All right, when you do have great expectations, sometimes and you don't carry that burden, sometimes you will surprise people. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, what go on now? All the Bangladesh, all the Pakistani batters are struggle to run. They will suddenly find farm again. So.
You know,
they are going to struggle to make 200.
You know the thing about Pakistan, though. Pakistan are not necessarily a team that you can put your put your money on either, Pakistan are as inconsistent as the West Indies. Pakistan are ranked 7th and West Indies are ranked 8th in the test rankings, if my memory serves me well. There's not really much between these two teams.
Yeah, that's what you say about there is a far better team.
Yeah,
in terms of personnel and the record.
Yeah, they have better personnel, and they are going to be playing in Pakistan. So again, that's an advantage to them. But because you're gonna.
That is just a send off for Kohli again, man.
True, could be. Yeah.
No, I'm going. Anyway, big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Enough respect, man. Happy New Year and all the best for 2025, my boss.
Yeah, please, big up.
All right. We move on to the next. The numbers are 676-6968. Call in, man. I could hear your voice. Would love to hear some more talk about some other sports. What's going on in the JPL. Mount Pleasant looking like them coming for it this year. Like Tapa has regained his formula or refound his formula. I don't know. Cavaliers are always going to be there and thereabouts. Rudolph Speed and his young warriors. So call in and talk some JPL. Who's online? Welcome.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year. Sounds like St. Diego, man.
Yes, it is. De La Vega on the western bank of the recovery.
Oh, yes, sir. The great St. Diego.
And I must say, well, same to all your listeners and both locally and across the diaspora.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Indeed. Indeed.
I must wish all well for 2025.
More life for 2025.
Wishing well indeed.
More life.
I know Preacher is out of Woolmans, eh?
I get Kodakis, man. Oh, yes, man.
Place up Jeffrey Dujon, Jeffrey Mordecai.
Yes.
Eddie Siaga.
Yes. Keep
Maurice
going.
Foster.
Keep going, sir.
Jackie Hendricks.
Yes, sir. We had four. Is it four West Indies wicket keepers?
Wicket keepers.
The only school in the Caribbean that can boast.
Carlton Bar Jr. Yeah.
Yes, Jeffrey Dujon, Jackie Hendricks, Carlton Bar Jr. And oh Lord, he proceeded.
That thing there before Jackie that yes man. How could that name slip me? Yeah. Earlier, let me see. Yeah, man. There's another keeper before Jackie, man. Jerry Alexander.
Yes.
Yes, man.
Greatness, man.
Yeah, man. Wilmot a big school, man.
Yes, man. Yeah, man.
All right. I noticed Diego called earlier and posed some tough questions too. Well, not so tough, but interesting.
Interesting questions. I agree.
Yeah. And nice to hear Diego, because a little while I never hear Diego. Was wondering if I'm all right.
Yeah. Diego Debo,
good
man.
to know.
See him,
yeah, man. Good to know Diego. Yeah, good to know him. Cool. But one of the questions Diego posed though was about, something which had been mooted from the 70s about territories going on their own in the West Indies cricket and all of that, But that is out of the way.
Yeah.
Increasingly so because of the fact that God still have 365 and a quarter days in a year. We round off and call it 365, and every fourth year we call it 366. To make up for that 4 quarters.
Yes.
So the calendar so packed that teams now are playing the better teams playing 4 test series and all of that.
Right.
Instead of 5, And if you're not good, you can only get 2 tests from a big side.
Yeah.
So think even contemplating West Indies, going individual territories is absurd. It's weird. And speaking of the test though, that recent test match between Australia and India.
Yes.
Boy, I watch every day of it,
Exciting stuff, man.
Exciting stuff, man. They say, boy, cricket, lovely cricket. It's really lovely.
Yeah, man.
Believe you me. They had over 350,000 spectators over 5 days,
Yes.
The last day of the test match, which was MCG, Melbourne Cricket Ground, was 45,000.
Wow.
I think they said it was a 50 record for Melbourne Cricket Ground.
Wow.
Yes, man. The match really interesting, man.
Yep.
But that last wicket partnership in the second innings for Australia
with Cummins,
Nathan Lyon and the pace bowler there, Boland.
Boland, yes.
They put on 60 runs.
Yep.
That 60 runs really changed the game.
Yeah.
Because had they not put on that 60, India would have more time to chase like 260, 270.
Yes. But
that 60 runs put the thing beyond them. They give them 340 to chase.
Indeed.
And India decides that them now go at the runs.
Well, they started out, you know, showing that they were going to just play out the day. But they lost.
When the openers face a 30 ball, them down 5 and 3 and them there.
Yeah.
So that's the thing with cricket. If you don't have a chance, you end up, you know.
Yeah.
It's sometimes they say the best form of defense is to attack.
True.
So, by the way, there was a dismissal in the match.
Yes, a controversial. Jaswal, was it Jaswal?
Jaswal, right?
Yeah. Quite controversial.
He made 84, and he was the 7th man out in the second innings.
Yeah.
You know, because India was depending on him to draw the match.
Yeah. Cummins, I think it was Cummins. Off Cummins, he was caught off Cummins. Yeah.
Got caught behind by Query off Cummins.
Yeah.
No, people are saying, you know, boy, they wouldn't call it this the sound thing there, sound on the camera, some camera.
Yeah.
Didn't pick up any sound. But it was a hook shot the guy attempt, you know, down the leg side.
Mm-hmm.
And the bat or the glove was so far from the stump that it's not far-fetched to say that the camera never picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
The umpire worked by the deflection, you know.
Yeah. But they went to the third umpire. The original decision was not out.
Yes.
And Australia reviewed.
Whatever it was, the third umpire said out.
Yeah, the third umpire reviewed, and I think the snicker meter.
Snicker meter never show nothing.
Right, but that's where the controversy.
Clear deflection.
But that's where the controversy is because.
Right. Because people are saying the snicker meter not show nothing.
Right. So you know.
But from my little layman point of view, you know, I think it was because of the height of the ball why the stump camera don't pick it up, the snicker meter.
Okay.
Because man, we above him, you know, ball down the leg side and thing, you know.
Yeah.
So, but that was really great match, man.
Great.
And by the way, I must mention my big bats, Labuschagne.
Yeah, man.
He makes 72 in the first innings.
Labuschagne
and 17 in the second innings.
I'm fine back a little farm, fine back a nice little
when Boomerang kick up and around everybody.
Yeah, man.
Labuschagne have to step cross him off some fast and work him through mid-wicket like all over.
Yeah, man. Labuschagne play a nice little game, man.
And Labuschagne are the big bats, man. Even when him out of farm, you know, Labuschagne are the man.
Him keep the innings together, man.
Yes, man.
You see,
yes, man.
All right. Steve Smith.
Boomerang run through the side.
Yeah, man. In the first inning, Steve Smith dropped 140 on them, you know, right?
Yes.
Scoring.
Benefited from Labuschagne 72.
I was just about to say that Labuschagne was the man who was holding up the next end, right? Playing playing that supportive role in the innings and allowing
the bowling.
Yeah, man.
And so come Steve get to make 100.
No, Labuschagne a big bats, man. Yes,
somebody mentioned President say Steve about down the other back again, you know, and we get runs again.
Yeah, man.
And people underestimate the difficulty of batting number 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, man. Opening the innings and on a joke thing, man.
And on a joke
yeah.
The new ball there.
Man. You face the new ball, yeah, and you don't know the ball of them fresh.
Yes. So, you know, as I repeat, all the best to all the listeners. And as I said, glad to hear from Diego. Because, you know, say people like Diego, Sir P, Rollington Town, and Countryman to an extent, you know, are perhaps the only people of longer standing than myself on the program.
Elder statesmen, man. Elder statesmen.
You know, the truth. Truth is what keeps you on the show, you know, preacher.
Yeah.
You have to be upfront and you know, truth is everlasting.
Listen, man, the show benefits from people like yourself and others you have named, and you know, some others as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's great.
All of these people who come together, different perspective, different voices, you know, interesting, you know, engagements. That's what makes the show the show. And the hosts obviously are who they are and they carry the show as well. So I mean, it's a good look, man. Sports Desk 2025 should be an exciting year.
Yes, but all the best and you know, like all the cricketers shape up.
Yeah.
So,
well,
you know,
we're looking forward to this final test. I think it starts tomorrow.
Or perhaps tonight.
Or tonight,
you know.
yeah, tonight between
I think I heard somebody
Australia.
mention tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I'll have to check back the date.
Yeah, man, should be an exciting game. Yeah, Australia has not. Australia has not won this trophy in a number of years. Yeah, India has.
I said though.
Yeah, man, I think India has
Border Gavaskar trophy.
had the trophy now for some bit. I'll
Remember Australia performed poorly last time in India.
Yeah, man. So I'll check. But yeah, man, big up yourself, St. Diego.
Yeah, man. I'm big up Laval Shade. Watch him tonight.
Yeah, man, big bats, man.
Big bats, that.
Big bats. All right, sir.
Cool. Easy.
All right, we take the next one. 6766968. That's 876-676-6968. That's the number to call. All right. We have another one. Happy New Year. Welcome to the Sports Desk.
Rumble in the jungle, man.
Oh my God. Who this? Arville's number one disciple.
I tell you, first time the cat and I meet the preacher. That's a good combination.
Yeah, mommy babe. Big up yourself,
yeah,
my general.
Big up yourself, I think you were a winner of the call of the year before last. So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, man. Anybody who win call of the year, have to big them up,
Yeah, you don't know.
All the past and present, Dangerous in 5. Yeah, man. Keep the show alive.
Yeah, man. Chateau, man. Oh, yeah, man. Dangerous in 5.
One time we did have a problem. Through him, I rush the Messiah, but me realize, the boy is a part of the game,
Yeah, man, a part of
it. Yeah, man. The true spirits. And Joe is a man who him take the thing overboard,
Yeah, man. You
and get flustered or.
Him doing thing, man. Consistent, man. Consistent.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Forget the white.
But let me just big up some people before me getting on my stride, man.
Yeah, man. Do your thing.
Diego, Chris Lynch, I have to start from up there, so cause don't know Diego, the Godfather. Chris Lynch, Southie. Yeah, man. And Smiley, I don't know if him listen to the show, but him always give me a big up on the next show. Smiley, big up yourself, man. And Chip in Port, my radar son, big up. Franco, well, me big up you already for Christmas, for the New Year. Happy New Year, everybody, man. And I wish all the listeners the best for this new year, And let us have some good sports discussion here, there, and everywhere. You understand?
Indeed.
And last but certainly not least, I want to big up Miss Marian, because I know me love the ladies,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. When I talk about the ladies, you get the cat and nine very activated.
Yes, sir.
Yes, man. So,
yeah, man.
Lovely ladies, me have to big them up.
Always going the ladies' way, mommy, baby. Yeah.
Yes, man. Anyway, I hear, yes, and I don't want to leave out my elder friend there,
Who that?
Rollington Town. How me if you leave out Rollington Town, man? Big up yourself, Rollington Town.
Yeah.
St. Diego. Big up on yourself, man. Me don't want to name out everybody, man. Pioneer. Me will start naming out and I'll take a whole heap of
true,
time.
man. You don't want to take a whole of the time with that, man. You want to talk
yeah,
like a sports.
Yeah, Mark Watson talk some race ass about horse racing.
Yes, he did.
And it, boy, me I tell you, when me hear people callers like Mark Watson now, it make me feel nostalgic. Me go from in the late 70s.
So you know about secret?
No, me hear about secret, man. Legal. I mean, I go back to even legal light.
Legal light.
Fun Can Done couldn't beat a legal light in a 1 mile. Legal light had the track record for a mile that secret broke. That what Mark Watson's talking about.
Okay.
Legal light did 1 minute 36 and 1/5.
Nice.
And if you notice, even this year Fun Can Done, this recent Mute mile was 1 minute 39 and 3/5.
Much slow. Much slow.
Man.
Yeah.
Huh?
Much slow because
yes,
based on where Watson say the quality of the horse them not so great, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the quality though, and then my horse where I have been taught in Atomica, that horse make me start think differently now. It's not Powden class. Atomica couldn't be a great horse. Atomica when pressure reach Atomica fail. When pressure reach good horses, they stick around like good batsmen. When pressure reach Viv and those guys, that is when they perform to their best. You understand?
Yeah, she lost to. I mean, Atomica lost to Blue Vinyl, also.
When? No man, the Mute miles that she entered, she lost all of them,
Okay.
And she was supposed to figure prominently in all of them. especially even this one, because I had her as the winner for this one. You understand? And she didn't even finish in the top 5 as my heavyweight champion said, and my mentor, Mr. P told me that, and I still went ahead and put a little thing on Atomic, and the rest is history. Feel me one more time.
Yeah, that's the nature of horse racing, I mean.
Then that is the nature of horse racing, but I use some good horses who you can actually use as banker, man.
Why?
But I'm not beating down Atomica still, Well, what she has done. But in terms of great horse, I wouldn't put her against even she's a Manita.
Oh no, I'm not.
And I hear
it means you talk about being nostalgic, I mean, horses like I remember growing up and there was a great horse called Kadula.
Kadula, right.
Remember?
Love the mud.
Yeah, man, remember Kadula.
And it could be that secret, could be ours that love the mud too. That's why you run away with that race,
Yes.
Kadula used to love the race.
Yeah, man.
He did the mud. And even that Kissing Me that Mark was talking about. Those horses were good horses, Ricochet, Kissing Me, Smasher was another good, Mr. D. Those were speedballs, Harley Quinn, Arizona. Those horses were good.
Right. Listen, it was a joy. It was
a joy to listen to horse racing back then.
I'm not
a man like Chris Harman.
Chris Harman, man. I'm not a betting man, but I come from a household where
Brian Rickman is great, but why I used to love Chris.
Yeah, man.
He get excited easily, man, when Winston Griffiths riding Royal that and League and Light and those. But me, I tell you, man, those were days, man. I remember, I think it was a Guinness, a Benson and Hedges Gold Cup.
Yeah.
With Legal Light, knocked them on the wire, man. That was a dangerous race.
Oh, I tell you. The sport of kings. The sport of kings, them call it. Right.
I mean?
Yes, sir.
But these horses these days, I don't know what happened to the times these days. 139 and 350 a mile is very mediocre to me.
It's a poultry.
I don't know why people get excited about even fun can done.
Well, I mean, if you win the Mountain Mile, I mean, people are going to be talking about you.
That is true.
At the end of the day, you want it. Yeah.
But you know the funny thing about this thing, quickly, preacher. You see the same Atomica, one her leg of the 1,000 guineas, and I will always say this, in 1 minute 37 and 450, that is not bad,
Yeah.
But to get her to reproduce that, and even what is the name of this horse who did the 2,000 guineas that same year? Mojito. He did it in 1 minute 37 and 250
Yes.
And if you notice, his name is not even being called these days. What happened to Mojito?
Good question.
1 minute 37 and 250 a mile is very good, sir.
The horse racing man, them need to come answer that. What Mojito then?
Where is he? That is the best time in about 4 years for a mile, I've been listening to the mile races, and that mile by Mojito, 1 minute 37 and 250 is the best in 4, 5, 6 years. I've never heard any horse go below that.
Mommy, baby, make we leave it there. We're going.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself.
Happy New Year, man.
My goodness.
Yeah, man.
And boy, I'll be glad you meet the cat tonight, Nobody to pray there,
Yeah, man. Enough respect, my boss.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself.
Cool.
Importers, clear customs, not your schedule. Download the JA Customs Connect mobile app from the Google Play and Apple App Stores and enjoy the ease to calculate your customs duties, search for tariff codes, track and trace your shipments, pay your declarations, and so much more, all in a click right at your fingertips. So save time, save money. Download the JA Customs Connect mobile app today. It's fast, safe, and convenient. For more information, visit jacustoms.gov.jm. JA Customs Connect mobile app, powered by the Jamaica Customs Agency. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
Tate's Clarendon Pharmacy presents their Super Christmas Sale promotion. Get 10 to 50% off selected items. Spend $1,500 plus tax or more between November 29th and December 24th, 2024 for a chance to win a 50-inch Hisense TV. Come on down and tune into Omega Radio for the grand draw announcement on December 24th at 5 p.m. Join us on December 21st for our Customer Appreciation Day And also on December 21st and 24th, bring the kids for a free gift and a photo with Santa for a small fee. Visit us at Shop 27, Bargain Village Plaza, Maypen, Clarendon.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Tate's Pharmacy, your super pharmacy. Telephone number 986-2324 or 786-2222.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Welcome back to the Sports Desk. The numbers are 676-6968. People, before I take the next one, I mentioned earlier that the NFL is in its final week this Sunday before the playoffs. I said it has been an interesting season in the NFL. The Kansas City Chiefs, they are the defending champions. And the Chiefs' record, they've only lost once this season, behind a wonderful, I would say, all-round team performance. Special teams, defense, and offense. Playing good football. Situational football. But the Chiefs are currently 15-1. They're going to play against the Denver Broncos in a game that the Broncos must win if the Broncos want to advance to the playoffs. The Broncos beat the Chiefs on Sunday. They are in the playoffs. And when you look at the Kansas City Chiefs record and the fact that many people say that the quarterback is the most important position in the NFL, and Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. And yet Patrick Mahomes is not in the conversation for MVP. The best quarterback in the NFL is playing on a team that has a 15-1 record. And he is not in the conversation for MVP. In fact, you had two other quarterbacks who have records that are not as good, team records, or in the conversation, namely Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. How can this be? I'd love to hear the views of people like G-Star and Garvey, who tout the quarterback. Garvey touts Mahomes religiously. Why is Patrick Mahomes not in the MVP conversation with a 15-1 record? And G-Star, seeing that the quarterback position is the most important position and the quarterback who is the best quarterback in the league, has the best record in the league, why is he not in the MVP conversation? Interesting. We go back to the telephone lines. Happy New Year. Welcome to the Sports Desk.
Same to you. I don't recognize him.
Yeah, man, Sir P, man, a preacher, man, sitting in for
preacher.
Sitting in
Yeah,
for all the
you what up now? I heard last part of Carla mentioned about some artists, American artists. But there is a bad and English artist coming. You have to go in America and run for a certain time, before you can come to Jamaica.
Okay. We said there's a restriction on English artists.
Because the last set of artists, what coach name? Glenn Mills.
Glenn Mills, yeah.
Glenn Mills have some 5 English artists. Them have to run in America and come out here.
Okay.
Right, so there's a ban. And let me tell you something. Him talk about steers. One of the best steer he never raced in Jamaica. Ask him, Secret Man.
Secret Man. Mm.
It was, as a matter of fact, is the highest bred ass, rated ass ever hit the shore of Jamaica. Him came second in Europe as the second greatest steer to ask him Crow. Him came out here and bring around, I think him stand for stud around 3 times. I think his best year father, right?
Okay.
But him die early. Jack Ashenheim came out, right? Secret Man. Him rate 156, the second greatest steer in Europe in that year to ask him Crow.
Okay.
right? Now, people talk about a great horses who race the track at Jamaica. I came as part. The greatest horse ever race the track at Jamaica is Ramesses.
Ramesses. Why you say that?
No horse in Jamaica, no 2-year-old has ever carried 133 and beat A-class horse. As a 2-year-old, right? 67. Ramesses carry 133 and come second by a shot at 2 kilowatts. In my Bonnie Blue Flag, sit level weight. No, not yeah, Bonnie Blue Flag, sit level weight, 133. He is the only horse in Jamaica has ever got an international rating. Ramesses was around top 5 as a 2-year-old in the world.
Ramesses is a locally bred horse?
Yes, man. Blue Nile Coconut.
Interesting.
Yeah, and let me tell you,
who follows the line of Ramesses? Who comes through the Ramesses line? Any horse?
I think let me see. You have the sire. You have Bull Rush, and you have Bridle Path, and it's the first 3 years I can remember. Have cardiac problem. Them collapse at the track.
Wow.
Right, but Coconut I think is not Shakespeare. I think it's Shahrazad. No, because Shahrazad is the same 3-year-old. But Ramesses is the only horse as a 2-year-old. You know, I don't say 2-year-old in the first Gold Cup carry 133 and get beaten by Kilowatt who carry 90 pounds as a foreign horse.
Okay.
Right?
Interesting.
And we talk about horses what great track at Caymanas Park. Great horses, right? We have a horse there, Mabrooks, Parapai, Malaula. That's as an uncle won it. 144, right? In year class horse, 144. Then you have Miss America, you have Distinctive Bingo, that's distinctive Pro Mary Bingo, right? Those are great horses, right? You have Busterus won by the farmer ambassador, Dirole, Shelter people them, right? So some of the greats, I don't say secret never good enough. But put it this way, some of the time I hear man maybe a mention about 130 at that way track is concerned. When the master run, a concrete, them a run for preacher. Concrete. No, yeah, the track cushion now. So you will see some great sometime. And you mention about Morito, right?
Yeah.
After the 2-year-old season, in 3-year-old season, he went lame, right, for a period of time. And since he came back, he run 2. The first race he run, I think it was 2 weeks before the big mile. And then the big mile, it was around 1 to 9 favorite, I run 4th, right? So apparently he suffered from some problem. Because I remember the day when he came back after the rest, them have to drench him, like him suffer from dry coat or some problem, but him having problem.
You ever hear about a horse named Nasatal?
Yeah, man, no, something about that grass, but that guy, the last time a guy named Barry Maddox won him.
Yeah, Mir said it was a big horse too,
Yeah, it was a good amount of race, a grass. Yeah, apparently him and I forgot he's not last away, did have the most winning fair horse. Fair horse at Caymanas Park.
Yeah.
But it's a guy named Barry Maddox won him the last time.
Him and Master Blaster.
Master Blaster, yeah, Master Blaster. Yeah, but some great horses run at Caymanas Park, but none of them as great as Ramesses. Yeah. And as I said, Secret Man came first, so they never race. Right? And then we have some great English horses, like Sparrow Pie, who came out here first, Sparrow Pie, Mountain Music, the same one there. Zalucos, Element, those are, and them did have asked them, Lads and Barrow Boy, and UN4 did carry asked them, I forgot their name.
Boy.
But then we used to have other stairs.
Sir P, this year will be another exciting year of discussing horse racing on the show. I'm sure people like you and Mommy B and Chipping Port and Mark Watson and others will be.
Teacher, I should have asked. Is that changing the guard?
No, man. This is just me just sitting in for the great Arville and the great Zidane, man. They shall return, man. No, man. I'm just supporting the show today, man. Big up yourself, sir.
Yeah.
Man, as I respect. All right, we could go back online. 6766968. That's the number to call. You can call in and let your voice be heard. Let's talk some sports. As I say, I'm puzzled by the fact that the great Patrick Mahomes is not in the MVP discussion. I have my own theory on this, but I'd love to hear from some of those NFL pundits. And the EPL obviously is at a point now where it's clear that Liverpool are the favorites to win. Arsenal have, been rounding into some form as well. They're sitting where we expected them to be. They're right there in second position, and looking to, make some moves. If Liverpool should slip up, but Liverpool look good. They have a game in hand and 6 points ahead at this point in the season. Let's take the next one. Afternoon.
Preacher.
Happy New Year, sir. Blessings to you, my brother.
Big up yourself, preacher. Happy New Year to you.
Yes, sir.
Preacher.
Shipping port.
Because you're not a race ass, man. They'll make you get there with Nassau. Nassau was a good ass. Was no big ass.
Okay, that's a good ass. But one of the winningest horses at Caymanas Park.
What that not make you in the elite group.
Okay.
If you're the monk.
The times were not so great. Times were not so great.
Yeah, because a sprinter, that's a sprinter, yeah.
Okay.
But if you touch a banner, a punter, and you ask them, I think none of them are going to name Nassau. If you ask 100,
okay.
I think none of them are going to name Nassau.
All right, fair. As you say, I'm not necessarily a horse racing man. My father is, and we hear names.
We never know that one, the future. You used to catch a little bit, man.
we grew up in that space, man. We know about the thing, man. I want to tell you, say, I was a fan of that horse, Kadula. Remember a big race with Kadula.
Yeah, man,
Kadula and Milligram. And Kadula. The face off in our race.
Quite sure them days and them things there. When I youth them run a great track. But them time youth, man.
Remember them days, man.
Yeah, man, I kid them time. Yeah. But with Sir P. Preacher, and me I tell you, it goes in era. Because if you ask a 20-year-old, a 30-year-old, a 40, goes maybe you ask 2 80-year-old and them not give Ramesses.
Yeah.
So everybody will give them thinking after them, right? I mean, I know nothing about Ramesses, so I won't take that away from Sir P, who has seen a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But with my racing father, what he said earlier, I know him no racer. It's just him get told and a little sip of the brain.
Oh, when he mentioned Blue Vinyl.
Yeah. It was Blue Vinyl was doing it was Blue Vinyl was going and song during that 3-year-old career with Atomica.
Yeah.
And that Mojito came a year after.
Okay.
So Mojito ran with Ability and them set of after that came after.
Blue Vinyl won the 2000 the same year that Atomica won the 1000.
In a coming from behind, and then in the first
meeting, I could take the break and come back chip in port. Those are not right, hold on to the line. Yeah.
Tate's Clarendon Pharmacy presents their Super Christmas Sale promotion. Get 10 to 50% off selected items. Spend $1,500 plus tax or more between November 29th and December 24th, 2024 for a chance to win a 50-inch Hisense TV. Come on down and tune into Omega Radio for the grand draw announcement on December 24th at 5 p.m. Join us on December 21st for our Customer Appreciation Day. And also on December 21st and 24th, bring the kids for a free gift and a photo with Santa for a small fee. Visit us at Shop 27, Bargain Village Plaza, Maypen, Clarendon.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Tate's Pharmacy, your super pharmacy. Telephone number 986-2324 or 786-2222.
The holiday season is filled with happiness and cheer, but it can also be a time of danger for road users. Here's a holiday road safety tip from Petrojam Limited in association with the Road Safety Unit.
Don't speed. In the rush to get to a Christmas party or to do your Christmas shopping, you may be tempted to speed. Drive within the speed limit to prevent crashes this holiday season. A speeding ticket and possible collisions are not likely on your holiday wish list, so make this holiday season a safe one for all. A holiday road safety tip from the Road Safety Unit and Petrojam Limited, where safety is our #1 priority.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, we're back with Shipping Port. Yes, my brother.
Yeah, preacher. Yeah, that 3-year-old campaign preacher. The first meeting between them was the Central Ledger. And me I beg Cayman and Sparks, we go back to the second leg being the derby as we used to, then the St. Ledger being the third leg. That's how we used to. But since COVID, it kind of switch around. But you see in that St. Ledger, preacher, because Atomica was the farmers, the biggers coming into the race. You see in that race, preacher. Yeah, you're Shipping Port, preacher.
Yeah, man, loud and clear, man.
Atomica choke.
You come back with it. Virgin.
No, Atomica choke, man.
Virgin.
Preacher, in that race, Atomica choke since, you know. But those Atomica choke since, you know, because then along we get to realize that Atomica just can't go with the pace. And Atomica when pace to reach Atomica.
All right, Blue Vinyl win that race, they don't it?
Yeah, Blue Vinyl won that race.
All right. In another race.
Away from
over 1,000?
No, man, it was 10 furlong, man.
All right, it was a 10 furlong. All right, watch this now. Did Blue Vinyl lead that race by more than 2 lengths at any time?
In that race?
Yeah.
I think, Blue Atomica was bumped at the front. Atomica gained the lead. Atomica led, I think, maybe from the 836 furlong. Then Atomica came for her and took over the lead, maybe about 4. I don't remember clear, about 4 furlongs out. Maybe somebody, but Atomica led that race. Then Blue Vinyl pull alongside. Atomica start cough up blood. Before that.
Yeah, is it because Jackie? Is it because that the Jackie?
That we're going to use them. Is the same Jackie rider Atomica?
Yeah, man. What may I say? Is it because of the Jackie largely, in my opinion, influence how the horse perform on the day? Nah, I say
I don't think the Jackie would be blamed. I don't think the Jackie would be blamed because the Jackie came with the same tactic in the 12 furlong race. Went for the lead and tried to move away, and Blue Vinyl never get the chance. Blue Vinyl went after her, never worked out.
Okay.
Before that, preacher, next after race, I don't regularize the ass stroke, You want me to tell you next race the ass stroke, 2,000 guineas. Wayne Costa had an ass named Commander Zero. Blaze up the race, blaze up Cayman and Spark. Came into there was a late bloomer named Royal Image. Shane Ellis ride Royal Image in the 2000s. Yeah, Dane Nelson riding Commander Zero, the fast ass. You see another race, the preacher? Commander Zero choke. Take it as me tell him one. Anyone want to take it on, but they are wait for
right.
Commander Zero choke.
Me leave the others to take it.
Before me run. Yeah, before me run. Touch a little at the cricket.
Yeah.
San Diego, I'm on my rate still, but you see, Labashane, I don't think Labashane is having his way in the last year of Test cricket. He's not doing too well.
No, San Diego, they make reference specific. I rate Labashane, but he might make reference to how Labashane. He might make reference to how Labashane acquit himself in the last series against Bumrah.
The last series or the last match?
The last match. Because the series not done yet.
Because he might feel in the series now. I was feeling in the series before coming up to this.
The last match. Because in the last match, he played some good cricket.
Yeah, because yeah, man, he did. He the 2 innings were great.
Yeah.
But coming into the series, they were arguing for Labashane to be dropped.
Well, Australia have whole heap of options in that era.
Yeah, man, they were coming into the series, and even after the first game, they were asking for Labashane to be dropped. Usman Khawaja, the next one, will come under pressure. Usman will hold on till next season, till next year, till down the Ashes, to the Ashes.
Yeah.
Them no want them no want him stick around. Michael Clark, alongside Michael Clark, I call him.
Well,
Michael Clark have taken him to walk away.
Some interesting and develop because I think Pat Cummins may not play in the next test series that they will have. And so it looks likely that Steve Smith will take back over the captaincy.
The captaincy?
Yeah. So
possible.
The developments in terms of the middle order there, opening middle order. Me not think them are gonna want to do too much for shake it up. If Steve
But
Smith,
coming into that, But Cameron Green is the man. Cameron Green is the man who they're open and he's out injured now. He should be back for the next series,
Well,
Cameron
interesting. Green. We will see. We'll see. Australia have many options, as I said.
Have a lot, man. You see, even that opening slot, the same guy that came in the other day, Mastina, that they dropped.
Yeah.
Him and the new youth. I think is the future for Australia.
During the
and have two more openers on the outside knocking on the door.
Yeah, man. Them have a lot of
Them have two more openers that are performing
in their Australian county cricket.
So Usman, yeah, man. I think Usman should just do the thing and work. Yeah, they don't perform, and I tell you, they're knocking on the door.
I could see how it go.
So Usman should just do the thing and work out. Yeah, man. I hold it long.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, brother. More life, more love. You know what I mean? More blessings to you and your family and all the best for 2025.
On your program.
All right, man.
Good going, preacher.
All right, big up Shipping Port. All right, we're back online. We have 8 minutes to 4. Let's see how many calls we can push through in the 8 minutes. We don't have anybody. Yeah. So calling people like G Star, you know what I mean? NFL commentators and people like Garvey. Yeah. People like Any Given Sunday. Yeah, man, we're about at that time, we're getting close to the end of the regular season and down to where, the real contenders, not the pretenders, start to show themselves. Why is Patrick Mahomes not in the MVP conversation, people? Can somebody honestly tell me? I want to give you an interesting bit of information in terms of the NFL. In 2007, Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, they went 16-0. That's the year when Randy Moss was with Brady, I think. They lost in the Super Bowl to the Giants. 2011, Aaron Rodgers, defending champions Green Bay Packers, they went 15-1. They lost to the Giants with Eli Manning in the first in the divisional game. And then in 2015, Cam Newton, that was Cam Newton's MVP season. I remember that season. Went 15-1 with the Carolina Panthers. They lost in the Super Bowl. You know what all three quarterbacks had in common that year? Two things. Well, three things. They all had the best records in the NFL. They all won MVP, and they all failed to win the Super Bowl. We'll take the next call. Welcome to the show. It's the man called G Star. Happy New Year to you, sir.
What's up, man? Happy New Year, blood.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the show, man. Just sitting in for the great Zidane and the great Arville. You don't know the thing. Just give some support to the show. Bridget, okay. You're the man who talks NBA, NFL. Let's talk some NFL and some NBA. Why is Patrick Mahomes not in the MVP conversation when he is, according to you and others, the best quarterback in the NFL right now? When his team is 15-1, best record in the NFL, right? Top seed in the AFC for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The quarterback is the most important position on the field, and wins are accredited to the quarterback. Why isn't Mahomes in the MVP conversation?
I couldn't tell you, but he should be. He should be in the discussion.
Why should he be? Why should he be?
Because he's played well. His fourth quarter numbers are out of this world. And his team is 15-1 for everything that you just said.
So
right?
so all
no,
the
but hold on. One sec. Here's the thing though. There's been other quarterbacks that also have been playing brilliantly. So Joe Burrow has been playing brilliant, even though his team has been amassing some losses and he's struggling to get to the playoffs. Josh Allen has been brilliant. Lamar Jackson has been brilliant. Saquon. So there's been a lot of outstanding players this season.
So there
now,
are. So hold
maybe
on.
he
Hold
shouldn't
on.
be the MVP.
Hold on.
But in my opinion, Patrick Mahomes should be in the
Hold
MVP
on.
discussion.
So Patrick Mahomes
as an outside shot.
Patrick Mahomes' team
Mm-hmm.
is 15-1, but Patrick Mahomes has not been the best quarterback this season in the NFL.
Okay, hold on a sec. Is he the best quarterback in the NFL? You said he hasn't played the best, but I'm asking you, is he the best?
I would say Patrick Mahomes is still
You're struggling now.
No,
You're
I'm not
struggling
struggling.
now.
No,
he is the best.
No,
he is the best.
No.
Come on, we all know that.
Hold on. I would say Patrick Mahomes is the man who you want when the game is on the line. If you ask me who is overall playing the better quarterback, playing better as a quarterback, I'd say Josh Allen. I'd say Josh Allen is doing more with his arms and his legs for the Buffalo Bills than any other quarterback is doing. I tell you that.
That's debatable. We all know Josh Allen is my quarterback, but that's debatable because Lamar Jackson is right there.
Yeah, man, Lamar Jackson is there, but I'm saying in terms of what he's doing for his team overall, what he's doing for his team, right? Patrick Mahomes is the man who knows how to win games. Now, if that's all if that's all you're going to judge him by, yes, he's the best.
By the way, the Pro Bowl came out today. Now, Patrick Mahomes didn't make the Pro Bowl.
He shouldn't. Why should he?
Because wins are a big part of the NFL.
But you just,
by the way, I just want to say one thing.
He has the best record, and he's not in the MVP conversation. And
he should be, though. I said he should be.
And there's a reason why he's not. The reason why he's not is because his numbers relative to other quarterbacks whose teams have lesser records are not as good. And the point,
I'm not fighting that. I'm not fighting that Patrick Mahomes should have made the Pro Bowl. I'm not fighting for that.
So there's no argument there. Did Joe Burrow make it?
Yeah, he made it. Yeah.
You know why?
Because his numbers were great.
Because Joe Burrow has been playing out of this world. But his defense, I wouldn't
say out of this world.
Of course, I mean, come on.
Great.
The man has
I wouldn't say out of this world.
40 touchdowns, 8 interceptions on the season.
All right, hold on, the preacher. And this is, by the way, this is not my argument. No, I'm gonna preface this. This came from Nick Wright. All right.
Nick Wright.
No,
Nick Wright is the.
No, but hold on. No, man. You think I'm gonna talk about Patrick Mahomes? I'm not.
Okay.
Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings are 14-2.
Yeah.
Besides Kansas City, that's the best record in the NFC. Right now they're tied for the #1 seed in the NFC. And when you look at Sam Darnold's numbers, he actually has better passing numbers than Josh Allen. But is Sam Darnold in the MVP discussion?
Josh Allen does more for the Bills with arms and legs than Sam Darnold does for the Minnesota Vikings.
Sam Darnold, my point though is that he's not even in the discussion, preacher. That's my point. Because a lot of these things
are you comparing Sam Darnold now to Patrick Mahomes?
I'm talking the years that they're having. That's what we're talking about. Their numbers and the team wins and what they've done.
We'll pick up this conversation before. It is unprecedented that a team with one loss does not have an MVP candidate.
Before
in the
preacher, I just want to shout out. I want to shout out one caller.
Quick.
I want to shout out the basketball lady. She had a call about the Miami Heat and specifically about the player Bam Adebayo.
Yeah.
That was a 10 out of 10.
Basketball lady, big up yourself and a happy new year to all the listeners. We'll pick this up on next time. It was good to have you. This is Omega Radio, the sports desk, #1 sports talking show in Jamaica, barring none. All right, have a wonderful day, everybody. It was good sitting in for the great Christopher Zidane Matthews and Orville Euclid Higgins. I'll catch you up. I don't know when, but hopefully soon.
Praise the Lord and God bless you. This is Archbishop Wayne Jonathan Manning I from Omega Radio. We'd like to inform the listening audience that effective immediately, KLAS Radio is officially Omega Radio now. You are listening to Omega Radio. Tell everybody, the station where Jesus Christ is the star. God on Sports. Sensible. 89 FM, Jamaica. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
And now we have Mr. Rohan